Jen here. I know it has been months since I've uploaded anything, and honestly the reason why is because, as you can see, we are in a new house. I have not had any time to decorate my room because I've been too busy unpacking and decorating the rest of the house. So my room's pretty bare right now. I have some decorations laid around that I need to put up, some in the closet, some on my desk. I just have not gotten around to it. Anyways, so I'm going to try to jump back into this and try to stay active on here. I know I have said that a million times, but I think I may have been able to find time. I may be able to find time to actually upload once a week, once a month. I don't know yet. Maybe just whenever I can. Which reminds me, I need to change my cover picture on my YouTube page because I'm pretty sure it still says every other week. Anyways, so for today's video, to jump right back into videos, I am doing a hit or miss product review. And for the hit or miss, I have purchased something that I have seen all over Instagram, all over Facebook, all over everywhere. Personally, I hate washing makeup brushes. It is like the bane of my existence. It is such a hassle, it's so tedious. And so if I can find something that makes that hour or two long process take 15-20 minutes, I'm gonna try it, because why not? So I went ahead and bought myself the Lilumia 2 makeup brush cleaning device. It can clean up to 12 brushes at once. It helps to prevent skin breakouts, supposedly, because it removes brush bacteria. It'll save money, save time, and flawless makeup application, according to the back of the box. Apparently, it does not come with soap, which is weird because they say on their website that it should only be used with their cleansing solution. So I went ahead and bought a bottle of their cleansing solution. So the Lilumia 2 comes in 4 colors. Tokyo, which is a chrome silver. Paris, which is a glossy pink. Dubai, which is a satin gold. And New York, which is a matte black. Now I am a simple girl, so I just ordered the matte black. I don't need anything fancy, and I should have got pink because it's like my favorite color right now, as you can tell by my hair. So yeah, the only thing in this box is the Lilumia Clean 2 machine and the brush pad. So all you do is add water in the solution, and then you load the brushes, and then you press power. But I was watching a video on their website on how to use it, and they actually suggest cleaning your brushes a little bit using a cloth. And I have some blue microfiber cloths that take makeup off really good. So I'm gonna rub it on that first, and then I'll put it in the machine. So let's go move into the bathroom, and I will unbox this baby and put it to use. Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing opened. So this is the user guide. This thing comes with a 1-year warranty. It has overviews talking about the product. It says it operates in 4 cycles. Wash, first rinse, second rinse, third rinse, and it only takes 15 minutes. So then there's the contents that comes with, which is the top cover, brush holder, cleansing dish, below water area, dirty water tray, power button, the Lilumia cleanser sold separately. And this even says the Lilumia cleanser is used exclusively with the Lilumia device. It comes with a measurement cup and the plug. 7 common mistakes is to make sure your brush will fit. If you go on their website, they actually have a pretty good guide of what size brushes will and won't fit, and what type of angled brushes can work. The 3D brush that says not to use, thick kabuko brushes it says not to use, stuff like that. Make sure you swipe and prep your brush. Very important step not to skip, because that will prevent your brush from getting too clean. The tip of the brush should only meet with the bottom of the cleansing disc to prevent frayed and splayed hairs. But it also says you want to engage the brush, which when the video on their website, it shows them taking the brush onto the pad and just kind of going like that to kind of separate the hairs. So then it also says to use warm water, add cleanser first before you load the brushes, and always reshape your brushes before drying. And it shows what the lights on the button means, safety precautions, and talks about the warranty. So, what's this? Okay, here's the measuring cup. Has the water to soap ratio on it. I'm gonna be really mad if there is actually soap in here. Let's see. Oh, this is the plug. So it does come with a plug for it. Solid. And here's the top dome. It is actually very nicely wrapped. What's in here? Okay, so it's everything. Don't need that anymore. So, where's the button? There's the button. So that is the Lilumia. It is nice and sleek. It really doesn't take up that much counter space if you did want to leave it out, but I will probably keep it underneath the counter when I'm not using it. So as I was saying, this is a pretty decently good size. It's not too big. It's about a little bit bigger than the large Herbal Essence hairspray, which is not bad. If you wanted to leave it on your counter, you could. Personally, I'll probably put it away when I'm done. But this is the lid, and it has a locking mechanism, so when it's in use, you can lock the lid on. And then this is the brush holder. Pretty simple. Just take it, push them through, and it holds it. So you want to make sure when the brush is in there that you hear the click of the brush holder itself, and that the brush is engaged with the pad. You don't want it completely squashed down like that, because that could mess with the bristles. You want to have it up a little bit and just kind of twist it so that it opens up. Very easy to take out. You just pull up and they come out very easily. And this is lilumia.com/get-started, and it shows you step-by-step directions on how to use it. There's videos or there's directions. So step 1, pour warm water into the clean water area. Fill right below the max fill line. So right here is the water area, and you want to fill it up all the way to the max fill line. So I'm going to take the water cup included in the kit, get my water warm. So while I'm waiting for it to heat up, my water to heat up, I'm gonna go ahead and plug in. Your plug-in is going to be on the back of the device. So I was already looking up on this device, and after you're done running the machine, this right here pops out, and this is gonna have all the dirty water in it, because the Lilumia what it does, it takes the hot water and it pushes it through and sucks it through the dirty water. So it's only pushing clean water up. So this goes back in here. And as you can see, the light is now blue. My water is warm. So now that my water is nice and warm, I'm going ahead and pour it into the water spot, and I'm going to fill it to the max. So 1 cup of this all the way to where it has the water mark right here fills it up enough to the max fill line. And the next step is to pour 2 ounces of Lilumia cleanser directly onto the cleansing pad of cleanser. And this goes directly onto, let me remove this. I'm going to pour this directly onto the cleansing pad. It almost looks like mouthwash. So step 2 is prep. And what they mean by prep is to kind of clean off some brushes before you put them in. So let me grab some of my dirtiest brushes. I'm just taking a microfiber towel. I bought this one off Amazon. And I'm gonna clean my brush off a little bit just to get the excess shadow off, to give the machine a little bit of help. Let me remove this. So I'm pushing the brush through. Let me set that to the side. Grab the next brush. I'm kind of experimenting with the brushes in this kit. This is a Magical Wand brush from Storybook Cosmetics. I'm gonna see if I can get this one to fit in there. So, the oddball shaped brush fits. Voila. So I have 12 brushes in here now. So I'm gonna go ahead and click it in. Make sure you hear the click. And now I'm going to go through, make sure all the brushes are engaged with the pad. And the ones that are down too far, I'm gonna bring up. And the bristles of the brush are just meeting the pad. I don't have them fully pushed down because I don't want to mess up and fray the brush. So now that the soap and the brushes are all in, going to attach the lid. This thing's like an egg. I'm gonna attach the lid and push the button. So it's green. So it is rotating the brushes against the pad to cleanse them. The wash cycle, it is the first cycle on there. I'm gonna leave you here while it goes through its cycles. And we're done. So there's also a 5-minute optimal rinse cycle, which, looking at my brushes, they could actually use it. So I'm going to go ahead and do the optimal rinse cycle. But first, I'm gonna drain the water from the side. So this is full of the dirty, sudsy water. Let's see how dirty this water is. Ooh. Yeah, I use a lot of pink eyeshadow and orange. So let me rinse this out real quick. It does come off. And I'm going to do the 5-minute optimal rinse cleanse. So I already refilled it and emptied the water. So now I'm going to use a brush and rinse excess water and soap off of the brushes. And like I said, you can still see that there are some eyeshadow still on these brushes. We are going to do the optimal rinse. So make sure you hear that click. And you see how some of these are pushing down too hard now. So we're gonna pick them up a little. Okay. So you see how this is still blinking pink. So to do the optimal rinse cycle, put the lid back on and push. So that's gonna drain any water or soap that might still be in there. Takes 30 seconds. So if you hold the button down for 5 seconds, that drains the rest of the water out. So now that it is done doing its cycle, and to drain the water, I'm gonna dry the brushes. So to dry the brushes, to set it in a dry mode, you pull it up, a towel, and just take the excess water off the brushes to give them just dry them off a little bit. So looking at the brushes without letting them dry, there is still a little bit of shadow on them. So it could have used a second run, but I'm happy. To dry it, you put it on. Instead of putting it down so it clicks, you just put it down enough so that it's lifted up and leave it there to let it dry. So I'm gonna let these dry and then I will give my full review on this. I did like it. It did clean the brushes nicely. There are some that have a little bit of a shadow on them still, but nothing like it did before. So I'm not too upset that there's still some shadow on them. You can fit a lot of brushes. I did 12. Didn't get the 15, but I used bigger brushes. I didn't use my small ones. I did my bigger brushes on purpose. So I would definitely recommend this machine for anybody who wants a break from hand washing your brushes. Definitely worth the money. I think it's like 125, 145, within that range. I think it's worth it. I do wish it came with the soap or a smaller version of the soap, but I mean, you do get a lot when you buy this big one. It's 109 milliliters, 709 milliliters, so 24 US fluid ounces. So that's a lot. You get a lot of uses out of that because you only use 2 ounces per use. So I would highly suggest this. I love it. I'm probably gonna be using this all the time. So I'm gonna let these dry, see how long it takes them to get completely dry, and then I will see you in a little bit. Okay, so now that I have used the Lilumia 2, I can give you guys an actual proper review of it. So I'm honestly surprised with the machine itself. It did a very good job cleaning the brushes. These are the brushes I washed. You can see there's still a little bit of shadow on some of the brushes, but it did a better job than I expected. I honestly thought that it was going to be still messy. Didn't think it was going to clean them at all, and they feel very soft. with the soap that the machine uses. I may run them through again just to get the rest of the shadow off of them, but I am really happy with the end product.